It's October 10th in Bozeman, Montana at Saddle Peak Farm Vineyard, and you can see the chickens roaming around in the vineyard, picking at whatever's left on the ground and enjoying their last few weeks of summer. We're getting a late summer here. Every couple of years I've taken a video of our greenhouse. People seem to enjoy checking out what's in there. And it's a triple wall polycarb panel exterior, and the greenhouse is half underground, and it's engineered with these big water barrels towards the north wall that retain the heat. And even without any active heating, it just retains, it stays above freezing through the whole winter. In the coldest, cloudy days, we do get really close to freezing, but it does pretty well on its own. Anyway, this year we learned that we timed the tomatoes correctly and planted them around the solstice, around June 21st. That way they didn't peak out too early, and they also weren't so late that they didn't have time to ripen anything. And so, as I think you can see here, we've been coming out and picking a handful of red tomatoes every couple days, and it's doing pretty well. There's some pruning needed. We're actually behind on that with some of the flowers and growth at the top that aren't going to end up producing. But overall, it's doing well. And for October 10th, you know, a lot of areas of the country, you get tomatoes. That's no big deal to get tomatoes outside that time of year. But we had 23 degrees a month ago, froze all the outdoor ones. So to be able to get them now is a treat, and we're hoping that they last through early December even. And also in here, there's a smattering of plants, some of which are just my wife. She sticks them in here to overwinter them. These, for example. And we have some citrus trees that we experiment with. They're dwarf citrus trees. We've gotten some lemons and limes from them before. They sit in here this time of year and go in the house in the dead of winter. Here's a pineapple. Some random marigolds that are growing in that pot. Here we have water lettuce. It's a couple kinds of water plants that we stick in here to overwinter rather than buying them each spring for our water feature. Just throw them in this aquarium and sit them in here for the winter, and they make it through. Save some money. And newest thing here is some carnivorous plants. We got Venus flytraps and some pitcher plants. And people mistake them for being tropical plants, and they're not. They're native to the Venus flytraps in particular, native to the bogs in North Carolina. They need a winter, so we let them get down to, they need a mild freeze a few times, so we let them, as temperatures cool down in the greenhouse, we let them sit through it, put them outside for some mild freezes, and then eventually bring them in the dead of winter and start their next spring cycle inside, and then move them outside for the summertime, the warmer temps. There's not as many flies in here this time of year, but you can see, I think, in there that a fly that it caught, the remnants of a fly that it caught. And these are the original plants. They divide. You can divide them each spring really easily. And so these are ones that I divided. This fancy pitcher plant, which has the same requirements as the Venus flytraps for the most part. That one will be divided in the spring. We just added that. And up here you can see a bunch of other ones that I propagated. They're really easy to do. And we have a bunch more over here. And they grow slowly, but they sell for a pretty penny. So you can actually do it to make some money, but you can also do it for fun. I don't know why I enjoy it so much, but I do. Let me see if I can get a shot of any. I don't know if you'll be able to see any bug that fell down on the pitcher plant, but they're pretty cool too. So anyway, that's what we have growing this year. Once these tomatoes are dead, in the spring we will take clippings from the vines outside that we want to propagate, put them in here in mid-February and start growing roots out of them and turn them into new grapevines. So that's what we got going this year. I hope you enjoy the video.